All right, let's do this. How are you, what the fuckers? What the fuck buddies? What the fuck nicks? What's happening? We all know what's happening. I'm Marc Maron. This is my podcast, WTF. Welcome to it. That was my Citizens app. Oh, I guess the world is ending. Is it? Did you guys get that on yours? It just came up. World is ending. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to hide. I guess that's it. I knew I would be notified on my Citizens app. So, the King Chaos Pig provoked and gave orders for an insurrection, a coup, to a hodgepodge bunch of radicalized hate nerds and gamers, gun dorks, bullshit zealots, cosplayers of the fascist ilk. Oh, yes, and Christians. This is where it was going. This was the parade he always wanted. It's ongoing as I'm doing this because, you know, I do this the day before. Who the fuck knows what happened overnight? I'm recording this late afternoon on Wednesday. I'm not a news operation. I can't wait till tomorrow. But it's pretty clear what's happened. And it's pretty clear, you know, that we have a fairly large contingent of anti-American fascistic people in this country who are politically naive and utterly misinformed and excited to believe whatever bullshit honors their self-victimized state. But I can't, what am I going to sit here? I don't have any explanations. I knew this motherfucker wouldn't leave. I knew he wouldn't leave easily. And I knew that he would break the fucking country and the world before he left. I'm not saying that's good to know that. I've just been talking about it for months. But I got no explanation. All the explanations are out there. This was going to happen. This is a hodgepodge, but not without momentum, fascistic movement within our country, with a lot of followers and with a leader, our soon-to-be former president. And they're willing to take instructions to overthrow the Capitol of the United States by the president, who will soon be no longer president, but still the leader of an American fascist movement. That's what's happening. There's no other way to look at it. But the radicalization of the army of unfuckable hate nerds, the gamers, the disenfranchised young men mostly, has been ongoing. Militia groups have been around for a long time. Christian evangelical fascists have been around for a long time. The sort of amalgamation of many of them under the banner of QAnon, which is an ever-evolving spigot of bullshit, connecting the dots of history into something that excites and angers and drives the disenfranchised, the racists, the angry. So now what happens? I don't fucking know. I guess we'll see tomorrow. It's like, today would have been a nice day to be like, congratulations. Congratulations. Congratulations to Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff for being elected senators of Georgia. An African-American pastor and a Jew are now the senators representing the state of Georgia. Now that's a nice arc, a nice repairing dating back to the civil rights movement that sort of really kind of legitimizes and lands that journey in a way of these two people and these two backgrounds. And it's also an amazing step in the correct direction politically and on a human level This would be the day for that. Congratulations. But no. How can we get people who want to believe in fantasy that drives them to violence, to racism, to anti-Semitism, to misogyny, to perhaps murder, to try to overtake the government, to take the Capitol and stop the Congress from doing its democratic work, the work of the people? How can we get the information correct once the brains are broken, when there's no barometer of truth, and when just the desire, the frenzy to believe becomes more important than what is being believed? It's been around since the beginning of people. Why is it raining? Why is my house on fire? Why did my wife die? Why did my husband die? Why is there so much pain and trouble in the world? God, explain it. Make it better, God. Who did this? What bigger force than me? People want to believe in things bigger than themselves and things that are fantastical in order to feel connected to something or to explain something. So once that valve or that portal or that gear in the brain is busted wide open and filled with fucking fascistic crap, what do? You storm the Capitol. Well, what do those of us who know the truth do? Be scared and hope there's more of us? Everyone wants to keep their home and family safe, though, right? Am I right? On the basic level? Whether it's from a break-in, a fire, flooding, or a medical emergency, Simply Safe Home Security delivers award-winning 24/7 protection. With Simply Safe, you don't just get an arsenal of cameras and sensors, you get the best professional monitors in the business. They've got your back day and night, ready to send emergency responders when you need them most, straight to your door. And the thing we like most about Simply Safe, it's simple. Just like it says in the name. You can set up Simply Safe yourself in about 30 minutes. Then Simply Safe's professionals take over, monitoring your home around the clock and ready to send help the moment there's an alarm. Plus, there's no long-term contract, no hidden fees or installation costs. Right now, WTF listeners get a free home security camera when you purchase a Simply Safe system at simplysafe.com/WTF. You also get a 60-day risk-free trial, so there's nothing to lose. Visit simplysafe.com/WTF for your free security camera today. That's simplisafe.com/WTF. I did not mention today on the show, I talked to Stephen Lee Bruner. Not ring a bell? How about Thundercat? That's what he goes by. He's a bass player, singer, songwriter. He's worked a lot with Kendrick Lamar, specifically on To Pimp a Butterfly, and he has 4 solo records out. Great, amazing, transcendent musician. The most recent record is called It Is What It Is, and that is nominated for a Grammy, and I talked to him today. Man, I wish that people had something. The plague thing, too, is bearing down, certainly on us here in L.A. and on us everywhere. My mother got shot 1 of the vaccine. I guess she waited a couple hours and had an appointment. She's in the age group there in Florida, so she's on her way to at least a little bit of relief from the fear. Her sister already had the COVID, as did my uncle. But my mother and her boyfriend have not, and they were both inoculated with the first shot, which is good. It's making me squirrely that I know it's out there. I don't know when I can get it, and I know that it's everywhere where I live. It's everywhere here. The relief is so fleeting, man. It's just, the relief is so fleeting. I appreciated President-elect Biden's comments. He did say it was seditious, probably, which it is. He did call it an insurrection, which it is. I'll add anti-American. You can add fascistic, too. But he said this isn't who we are. But you know what? I got to tell you, this is who some of us are. That is what it is. Some of us are fascists who seek single-party rule and are brain-fucked enough to other everyone but people they see as within their belief system. And that violence can get awful, historically speaking. And we want to believe that it's a minority, and it is, but Symbolically, what the pig president did yesterday was signal quite clearly that he will remain their leader. We'll see where that goes. What happens now in the next 2 weeks? That guy should be thrown in fucking jail after all this sort of projecting that they do, calling Antifa fascists, calling liberal Democrats communists, calling everybody the names. Evil, he calls us. Calls Democrats evil. They are the things that they are projecting. That's the most basic deflection of like a 5-year-old. No, I'm not. You are. No, I'm not. You are. No, I'm not. You are. Why are you turning blue? Because my hands are around your throat? I'm not killing you. You are. Whew, man. He should actually be in jail. He should be forced out of office. Ted Cruz should resign. Senator Hawley should resign. They provoked this. They all fucking stood there and helped this along, enabled it, let it happen. Look, there's good and bad people everywhere, right? Know who they are. I hope when you hear this, things have leveled off a little bit. I can't really go on about it. I'm just a comedian, folks. But just know, there might be fascists in your family, and they're proud of it. And they let everybody know that yesterday. So Thundercat is somebody I always wanted to talk to. I first saw him with Kamasi Washington at the Staples Center, I think, or the club at the Staples, Nokia. Club Nokia, I think, is where I saw them. Kamasi had a broken leg. But I was amazed by him, and I've listened to his solo records. I don't know everything he's done, but I enjoyed the album Drunk. I listened to some of his earlier albums, and then this new one is great. It's called It Is What It Is. It's nominated for the Best Progressive R&B Album Grammy, and you can get it wherever you get your music. This is me talking to him. How you feeling?
Hi.
Hey.
I'm all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it a rough day already?
You know, somehow between the internet and them showing Teen Titans in the morning, it's Teen Titans. I just can't. I don't know. I can't do it with this cartoon. It's the worst cartoon.
No.
Ever.
I mean, you have choices around cartoons. You don't have to watch them.
True. So many subscriptions. So many.
What is Teen Titans? Is that an old one?
I mean, it's an old DC comic, but it's also like I guess Cartoon Network kind of like they that's their main cartoon.
They rebooted it.
Yeah, they rebooted it, and it's just been booted. That's what it feels like. It's just
no good.
It's been boot oriented for sure. I feel like I'm getting kicked in the stomach every time I watch it.
Did you grow up with the comics? I mean, was that your thing?
For sure. I'm a Marvel kid through and through. Like I remember the day I started trading Marvel cards in middle school.
Really?
And yeah, I mean, I was a collector of many different things, but Marvel cards was definitely like the beginning for me. You know.
Did you watch the new Wonder Woman?
Yes, I did.
And
yeah, it goes right in line with this year. It's a great way to finish the year out.
Disappointed.
You know, the funny thing is, I like an old head. I went into a comic store one day, and this old head, the guy that worked there, was kind of like, he told me, he's like, hey man, you know, be open to stuff, because it's like, you know, it's got to translate for the kids. It's got to travel the generations. It's got to go past what you know and all that stuff. And he was right. So there's a part of me that's always open to stuff, but as a Marvel kid through it, like literally I have a Marvel tattoo. I have a couple of Marvel tattoos. There's a part of me that was just kind of like, I was watching it with my family, and I felt bad because it was like almost like vomit. I kept booing in between moments, and I was like, oh, I hope nobody here is gonna get pissed. I was like, I couldn't do it, man. I couldn't do it. I watched it, and I was just kind of like, meh.
Did you see the first one?
Yeah, I took my daughter to see the first one.
And you liked that one?